Hello, 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 hello. Let me just, before we get started, I just want to quickly check my audio to make sure that loud buzzing hasn't come back on my microphone. This one. That's fine. I have to check that every once in a while. The way the wire rests in the microphone can sometimes cause like a light buzzing. So it's worth checking up on every once in a while. But for now it seems perfectly fine. Oh boy. Oh, I'm quite tired. What is it? It's 5 AM. 5 AM Castlevania, shall we? Have a bit of fun with. What the fuck am I? Oh yeah, I fought a boss or something right last time. What did I get? Relics. Got a slide. Oh, I remember. Okay, yeah, so I got the double jump. Awesome. Okay. I don't remember where I don't remember where I can go. Oh god, I don't remember at all. I've got a slide and jump, so most places I think that I couldn't get access to, I can get access to now. You. I'm not a fan of this music. Can I get up here? Just about. Ooh, lovely. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. The sooner I can get out of this fucking skeleton place, the better, because I am not a fan of this. Whole area, to be honest. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Interesting cheese, but not what I'm trying to do. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to wake my brain up a bit. I've been quite tired, so yeah, how's it going? I need to get more further into this Castlevania. I can be honest, this one's kind of a... This Castlevania, it's not a bad game. Definitely not. There are actual bad Castlevanias. Like the old arcade one. But it's definitely one of the weaker entries. Like I said, I wanted to do all the other cat. I wanted to do all the Game Boy Advance games in one big go. Look down. I'll leave that for now. So that's pointless where I just went. Okay. Good. Good, noted. I'm trying to think now. There was something I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it is now. I'm sat here quiet just because I'm trying to think. Like, oh yeah, right before the stream, I was like, oh yeah, I need to like bring up this thing and bring up that thing. And now I'm sat here actually streaming. My brain's just gone completely fucking dead quiet. Like not even my mouth. My brain is just fucking. Every thought I've had is just gone. Damn. What the hell was I thinking about? I don't remember. I would say that one of my previous streams has actually been doing surprisingly well on YouTube. The Smash Bros one I did, the one shot. I really should do more of these kinds of like one shots, odd streams, mods, and that kind of stuff. Ooh, hello. Lovely. I forgot he sounded like fucking Eddie. What was it when he sometimes when he jumps? Was this a big 6 right there? Am I actually doing anything? Right below me that would be a good spot for a secret on that. I don't know if I'm invested in this game enough to go for all the secrets. We'll see. Like with Area of Sorrow, I absolutely wanted to get like 100% of the map. This one, eh. We'll see. Over there, or it'll be the other side. That's a nice defense boost. I'll take that happening. I won't be playing it. I'll say I won't be playing much of the other Castlevanias for a little while though. I want to do the 3 Game Boy Advance ones together. Then I'll take a break from the series and do something else for a while. Maybe I'll do the 3DS ones. 3DS. The DS ones next year. That sounds like an upgrade compared to Rock Armor. How is that not an upgrade compared to Rock Armor? Okay. No secret. Alright, so where can I go? I have to go towards the right. Oi. Yes, the map layout as well is not particularly good in this one. I've noticed. It feels like with the most of the other Metroidvania Castlevanias, the maps tend to have like lots. It has lots and lots of rooms where there are lots of directions you can go. But in this one, there's like huge amounts of area. If I have a mouse on screen, has long areas where there's absolutely no choice or direction whatsoever. There's no way to get around anything. So it's basically just like mega hallways, as it feels like. which kind of makes the whole area just feel a bit more, I don't know, tiresome to get through, is the best way I could say. Again, it's not bad, it's just alright. Okay, now I have a choice. Let's go down, because I don't remember what I can do down. Oh yeah, you things. Oh. You're an absolute nightmare to go around the other way. So down left. What can I do down here then? Nothing. There's a wall there. Yeah, that's what I mean. So, because I can't do anything there, that means I have to go up there, up all the way around there, up there, and then I can take a new pathway all the way up there. I don't even know if it actually takes longer to get through these areas. That's the thing, compared to any other Metroidvania. But it feels like it takes longer. Feels like it takes longer to travel around. Can I vaguely remember, was it this room here? Where there was something I couldn't reach because I wasn't high enough? Or was it like this up here? I don't remember. I remember there being a room where I couldn't reach something because I couldn't get high enough. Should also play some new games every once in a while. Not just emulate stuff. Play some mods, play some new games. I think it was this over here, right? Yeah, hot nice. I haven't had the boomerang in a while, actually. Have I ever found the boomerang in this? The cross boomerang thing from the original game? Right. So from there, it's just up and out. Okay. So I'm serious. I'm trying to rack my brain. What the hell was I thinking about before? It was literally like, while the waiting screen was on, I was thinking of stuff. This is actually kind of annoying. Let me just check fucking Twitter a second. Like 2 seconds. Maybe I bookmarked it or something. Maybe it was something I recently scrolled by. It's actually starting to bother me now. Did I bookmark something? No. I know there's this shit going on now with there's shit going on with the what was it called? There's this group actually Yeah, they can talk about this. There's currently a group going around, a feminist group, that's trying to censor games, and they're getting annoyingly far with it. It's games and media as a whole. Yeah, I forgot already. Because annoyingly, they seem to have like connections to Visa and MasterCard and PayPal and like the big payment processors. And they've been using those to try and censor media. And I'm all against that. I have made it very clear over the years that like you, dude. Hey. Wait, can I slide under him? That'll be good to know. Let me quickly test that. Fuck, that would have made my life so much easier. Okay. Yeah, they've gotten big connections to the Visa, MasterCard, all that lot. I am very, very against that. I've made my stances pretty clear. I am all for artistic freedom. And the freedom of expression, freedom of speech, that kind of stuff. Take a look at this room on here. I know what they're currently censoring. What they're currently censoring is like they got the whole reason this whole thing started up was because they got I think it was Visa to basically force Valve to remove games from Steam, adult games like featuring like rape and that kind of stuff. Which, right off the bat, a lot of the more how do I put this? More sensitive subject matters when it comes to like adult games. It's usually like stuff made by and for women anyway. Like rape for porno is very much like a woman's thing. Put some furniture. That's a weird visual glitch. And it's just kind of weird how a lot of like media made it's an old joke that women generally have like weirder tastes in adult material than men, especially when it comes to like stuff that is generally frowned upon. But I don't really care what the subject matter is. As long as every real person is a consenting adult, I really couldn't give a shit what the subject matter is. It could be the worst of the worst stuff, I don't care. But because Visa, because it was removed from Valve, that basically encroaches on to gamers' territory, and gamers are a big group which can make a lot of noise. And as a result, even if it's games that they don't play, the fact that Valve was basically saying, yes, we will remove stuff that's offensive, has woken people up to this problem. Because here's the thing with censorship. Like, even though we're talking about like stuff like bad subject matter and such, when people are like easily offended by stuff, and they want like the most offensive things that are that is not banned to be banned, there is no end to that loop. They want the most offensive thing to be banned, and if they succeed, something else will still be the most offensive thing, and they'll want that banned, and then they'll want that banned, and then they'll want the next thing banned, and the next thing banned, and the next thing banned, and it just goes on forever. They just want until eventually they have literally everything banned, which sounds ridiculous until you remember that's literally what communism is. Because that's literally what happened in communist Russia and communist China. They tried to ban all media, blah blah blah. That's the end goal. It's not a case of, oh, we're just trying to ban this one thing. There will always be more things they want to ban. They just won't talk about that because they don't want to you to have a heads up on what the long-term plans are. Which is part of the reason why I'm so thoroughly against it. It's just a bunch of bad ideas. I do not like the way the ectoplasm moves in this game. It's... dynamic potions, yes. Let's take one of those. This is also part of the reason why I fully support people like bypassing store providers and streaming providers and just downloading stuff and putting it on hard drives. Most of my game collection I've got like cracked and such, and it's on my hard drive, so it doesn't matter. Or I've gotten that from like GOG or something. Good Old Games, which is a genuinely good storefront, and all of it is like it's all cracked. So if something happens to servers or anything like that, or lose access to like Steam or anything like that, I can still play my games forever, knowing full well I just have them all backed up in a way that they can't be taken from me. Same with movies, same with TV shows. That's a cute witch. And all that lark. Fucking hell, that plant has some dick-sucking lips. Jesus Christ. I wonder if it's called a fucking man-eater. I just fucking realised. Okay. I'd rather not be poisoned because health is more precious in this game. The boomerang's really good. It has lots of multi-hits. Pardon me. Oh god, we are going all the way out here. It'll help as well once I know where more of these, because a lot of these save points in this are weird, or slightly oddly placed. That like it's hard to predict where they'll come up. It's just like these save points just kind of like randomly appear. It's weird. Let's check all these. Let's go left and up first. Oh, that's great. Okay, not looking up there. I got jumps then. Alright. There's a thing to the right and down, okay. Okay, now you're just bullying me. We should go back and heal, I think. That was brutal. Yeah, let's save there. Yeah, the other thing as well is a lot of what these people try to ban is adult material. And it's always something along the lines of like, oh, we're banning because it stops like it that way we're not encouraging people to do things and blah 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 blah. And that's like an old myth about human behavior that's been proven wrong hundreds of times over the years. It's something that's true for like really young kids. That's why like kids in Canada probably shouldn't watch something like Caillou, I think that's what it's called. It's a cartoon aimed at really young kids, which can influence them to behave badly. But as we grow up, we learn to separate fact and fiction. And unless you're actually got like a delusional disorder, that basically remains the case for like 99.999% of humanity. We aren't encouraged by art. We can be encouraged by actual actions of what other people do. When we see people get away with stuff, we are encouraged because we know we can get away with it too. But still, actual art, no, that's not a thing. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, but because a lot of people think that's the case, they try to ban it. But the opposite is true. Like if you try to ban adult material and you ban more and more of it, it introduces like a new problem. Just concentrate. Let's lure one of you out first. You over here. Okay. You guys are brutal when you get away with shit, but not that hard to deal with as long as I'm concentrating. But yeah, the whole thing introduces like a new problem because it fucks with men's hormones, which is one of those things that a surprisingly large amount of people think men don't have hormones, which first of all is just ridiculous. Every living thing has hormones. Hormones are like the signals your body uses to... It's the chemical signals your body uses to communicate and to tell other parts of your body what to do. Like everything has hormones. Even plants have hormones. But a lot of people don't realise that how men's sexual hormones work. We all know how women's sexual hormones work. That's the whole monthly cycle thing. Like everyone knows that. It's all up there as all obvious. And even though people kind of shy away from talking about the period cycles and that kind of stuff, it's a thing. We all know that. Men's hormones are far less understood, which is unfortunate because it's not even particularly complex. It's just something that people are in total denial about. So whereas women's hormones will sort of run in a cycle, men's hormones, they work on like an automatic build-up system. So it's like a tension system where over time, men's hormones will just go up and up and up. They'll build up and build up and build up. And as they do, we get more and more tense, we get more and more irrational. Until one of two things happens. Either we find physical outlets for that aggression that builds up in us, which is why it's really good to get like when guys are like teenagers and they're going through puberty, getting them to go out and do physical activities, be it sports, be it martial arts, be it something, physical labor, that kind of stuff, something that allows them to like use their body. It helps deal with those hormones, and it's also why a lot of like religious groups, like Shaolin monks, that kind of lot, how when they go and like they let their hormones and such build up, and they do a lot of physical labor to discipline themselves. But without that, the hormones build up, we get more and more irrational. until eventually, regardless, the discipline helps you like deal with it for longer, but eventually it'll build up to the point where you have to do something about it. And what happens for men is that when we come, like literally orgasm, it releases all those hormones with it. I'm not even kidding. That's the tension and release. Our hormones build up, they go up and up and up and up and up and up, and then we release, and then it all goes back down. This is the entire reason why men experience post-nut clarity. Like, we all know that. Post-nut clarity is that thing we all talk about. That's why that happens. That experience is the hormones leaving our body, and us thinking clearly without the hormones for a while. And like I said, it's not a complicated thing, but it's definitely a thing. And it's a thing that once you're aware of, you can utilize pretty well. Like, once the hormones have all gone down, because those hormones don't just push for our sex drive, it also helps with our drive in general. So if you as a guy let your hormones just naturally build up on their own, you can get more. You become less lazy. You get a lot more drive, more passion to do things. It comes up to a point where you have to then release them back down, but it's a good way to motivate yourself if you want to, like, if you've got like something where you're like, let's say you had like a marathon coming up or something. If you wanted to like put all of your energy into doing a marathon, you'd want to like make sure you don't release your hormones before the marathon anytime soon. That way you've got all the extra drive from it. And the opposite is true as well, where if you release your hormones too much, you lose all of your drive and you become very, very slow and kind of empty-headed and dopey, as men do. It's a very simple thing. It's not a complicated subject at all, but it's something like 99% of the entirety of planet fucking Earth doesn't seem to understand men's hormones. They don't understand that. And it kind of causes a lot of problems throughout the world. Going back to like the banning of pornographic material, if our hormones need to be released, through literally orgasming, then preventing men from having the ability to manage their own hormones through a material like that will actually make men harder to deal with. Like, they want to like ban pornographic material about rape because it doesn't, so in order to stop encouraging it. But men's hormones causing them to become irrational is definitely a contributing factor to why rape in certain countries is more common. Rape in countries where pornographic material is banned is far more common than rape in countries where pornographic materials isn't banned. For that very reason, it's to do with men's hormones. Obviously, it's not the only reason that happens. It's not the only reason rape happens, but it is absolutely a contributing factor. And so trying to ban material that men can use in order to manage their own hormones is not a good idea. This is part of the reason why I'm so pro the freedom of expression, freedom of speech, even when it comes to like bad material, quote unquote, material featuring like disgusting subject matter. Even if it's something I do not want to see and I'm not interested in, I'm still okay with guys like having access to that, because as long as it means they get to release to something, then it means they're more chill. Let men manage their own hormones, please. Trust me, society is better for it in the long run. And that doesn't say like all of it is good and such. Like pornographic material, there's definitely many ethical problems with that. But when it comes to like drawings, art, games, film, that kind of stuff, where everyone's a consenting adult, I don't care. Go for it. Men need to manage their hormones. Women need to be able to express themselves. And we as a society are better off when that is possible. Anyway, that's my little spiel on it. I wish more of the world understood men's hormones. And most people are in total denial about it. Like, you talk to a woman, like, you mention, like, to women that, oh yeah, men have hormones too, they just fucking laugh at you, like, no, you don't have monthly cycles. Yeah, I know, we don't have monthly cycles. Our hormones work differently, but we still have them. That is a fucked up enemy. What is that? The guy bouncing on a spear. Scarecrow. Fucking hell. Funny enough, this subject matter though is I've actually seen this only one piece of material. Oh, not material, that's a weird way of wording it. One show actually tackled this men's hormones things. I don't think it was even intentional. An episode of South Park actually tackled this exact thing. I think accidentally. In the episode, I can't remember what episode it's called. But it's an older episode. It's one which is primarily about shake weights, which are those like it was like an exercise thing from like the early 2010s, I think it was, where it's like a weights that you shake, and the whole thing was basically built around that. And basically in the oh, she's cute. She's summoning shurikens. Yeah, you can come back. There we go. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, it was an episode of South Park. Basically, I can't remember what the main plot of it was with the kids, but the story I want to talk about is the part of Randy. You not be above me, please. And for one reason or another, Stan's wife, Randy is Stan's dad, but for some reason, one reason or another, move that side actually. I'm going in a big circle. Oh, it's gonna be a nightmare to get back from. Fucking mosquito just flew by me. Whatever. Yeah, in the episode, for one reason or another, Randy's wife basically just wanted to stop engaging with him sexually for whatever reason. For one reason or another. And this is a pretty famous episode as well. Oh, teleport room. Awesome. That is a... This is what I mean when I'm talking about the Castlevania has like the long hallways to get to anything useful. Look at the fucking pathway I have to go through to get back to a save point. Like, Jesus Christ, man. That's ridiculous. Ugh. But yeah, in the episode, I'm trying to think where I want to go actually. In the episode, is there any rooms, high rooms that I can go to? I need to go to the right from there still. And I haven't touched that at all. Yeah, let's go to this one then. Yeah, in the episode, Randy's wife just stops engaging with him sexually for one reason or another. And that's a new teleport spot. Interesting. And he develops a interest in cooking. Wait, what? Oh god, all the teleports aren't connected? Oh god, they're going in pairs? That's fucking weird. Oh god damn. Well, I guess I'm here now. Okay, the ground, thank you. Yeah, he develops an interest in cooking. And at first, he just... Okay, let me stop there. Justy, have you found Lydie? You're Maxim, aren't you? Hey, what do you mean by that? Oh, nothing, forget it. So tell me, how did you fare? I have found nothing yet, but my memory is slowly coming back to me. Really? So Lyde is somewhere in this castle after all? Yes, I'm sure of that now. And I know that I have also been here before. And there is something I think you should know. Go ahead, you can tell me anything. The day you inherited the title of Vampire Hunter, I felt that as if a wall had been erected between us, and for that reason I set out on my expedition. I wanted to be better than you and relieve you of your fate. Long ago, you told me of Dracula's remains. Do you remember that? Yes, I remember. The story of how my grandfather, Simon, gathered Dracula's remains and destroyed them to undo his curse. God, that's Castlevania 2, right? I thought my wishes would be granted if I too could gather and destroy them. What? You found them? According to the legend, it's still too early for Dracula's resurrection. It is not like anyone is cursed right now either. At first I was doubtful that I could find all his remains, but I uncovered 6 parts as if guided by a higher being. That's impossible. I have little memory of what occurred after that, but the remains have vanished. I do remember clearly though that Lyle was kidnapped. If true, Dracula's bodily remains may be giving rise to this castle. Forgive me, this is all my fault. I'm not the one you should be seeking forgiveness from. You ought to apologize to Lily first. We must hurry and find her. Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll be off then. Maxim, I believe in you. Thanks, Jesse. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a cool background. I'm not sure now. Yeah, in the episode, Stan's dad, Randy, he slowly develops a bit more of a... As his hormones build up, because he's not engaging sexually anymore, he starts to develop a bit more of a drive and a passion for cooking. Which at first is just like a simple fascination with it. But as the episode continues on, that drive continues and gets worse and worse until it becomes more and more of an obsession. Does it sound like something's happening? It becomes more and more of an obsession, it becomes an annoyance for everyone around the house. Until it becomes like to the point where no one even can deal with that. And it gets to the point where his wife eventually confronts him about it. And I think he says something along the lines of, I'm still in work mode. I think that's the way he worded it. But yeah, basically his hormones are built up to the point where he was completely irrational, completely acting up. He had no physical outlet for his hormones, but he was like still doing stuff, and he was still like trying, because everything had built up, he was just losing his mind basically. And then she's like, oh, I think I can help you with that. And then she basically gives him a hand job. He orgasms, and then she's like, oh, so no, he's like, oh, that's good. Okay, I'm going to go to bed then. And she's like, well, what about the cooking? He's like, no, fuck that, I'm going to bed. And there you go, he gets his clear mind back. He becomes back to a dopey man. And like I said, I don't think the show was even trying to talk about men's hormones in that way. But like that episode is like a perfect representation of how men's hormones work. Is that natural build up and drive that comes with our hormones. But we need to like release that every once in a while. Alright, let's go to the left first. Yeah, thank you. Another one of these walls. Do I get the ability to like phase through a wall at some point? Like for thin walls? That'd be weird. Okay. But yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where it's not a complicated subject in the slightest. I basically just told you everything you need to know. But it's something that it's something that I wish was so much more understood. Like, we could probably cure... Oh, thank you for the potion. I could use that. Like, it's something we could solve, like, I don't know, a good, like... I'd say, like, 20% of all of the world's problems, 20%, 25% of all of the world's problems if everyone just understood how men's hormones worked. Like, half the shit is, like, and it's not just the stuff I've been talking about, it has, like, cascading effects, like, ripple effects on other parts of our lives. Like, there's a reason why, there's a reason why sailors are all men, like, when they go out to sea. And they don't want like women on the ships with them, because when you have women on the ships, it fucks with men's hormones, and they need the drive while they're out and doing things or going to the war and such. So if you had a ship which was all men, they'd have way more drive naturally. But if you had a ship with a mixture of men and women, the men would have no drive naturally. Which is why superstitions about ships... So if those two ships ever collided, the men with drive would naturally win. And that's why there's always been like superstitions of like ships with women on them are just unlucky. It's not luck, it's just men's hormones. But if those same men who... if it was like mixed men and women, if they were on a ship and they had to deal with like an emergency situation, like tidal waves, or whales, or rival ships, you want the men with more drive doing the work. So that's why that's a thing. That's also why military groups are, why military armies, be it Navy, military, Army, the Air Force, whatever, it doesn't matter. But why they're mostly like male troops and male groups and with no women in sight is because of men's hormones. You need them to build up the drive and force them to undergo a lot of discipline so that they can, you know, actually do their work properly. And why if you have like mixed gender troops, it all goes horribly wrong. It's not the women's fault, it's men's hormones. And it's not that women can't do these jobs, they can't also can't have like troops and such. But it's that if you want like women who are capable to work in the military, you need to like give them their own groups. If you go for history, there's many occasions in the history where there have been like groups of women who've worked in the military as their own units. And they've done really well, but you have to keep them separate. All because of men's hormones. And there's even like evolutionary reasons why this happens. Like back when we were like cavemen and such, when men would run out and go hunting, they'd leave all the women and children home to look after the kids. They were more physically capable, so they went out. And as they went out for their hunts and to gather stuff, or to go to fight other like ape tribes or like caveman tribes, as the longer they're out, the more their hormones would build up, and the more capable they are. I mean, they're more likely to get victory, more likely to get their kills, and more likely to have successful hunts and blah 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 blah. Then they bring their carcasses back home, their victories and all that. Then they fuck their wives, and then they don't relax. Like it affects like basically every aspect of modern day life. Because, you know, it's something that affects 50% of the entire human fucking race. And yet no one seems to understand this. It's so frustrating being like the one guy who knows how this works. Ugh. Like, that's the reason. It's not that women are less capable, but they technically are. But there are definitely women out there who are capable enough to do the jobs. But it's the reason why women will never, or should never, be in the same groups as men when it comes to, like, military operations and such. It's a whole fucking thing. I wish it was more understood. I wish more people got this, but they just don't. And as a result, everything kind of constantly gets worse because no one understands each other. It doesn't help as well that modern... Okay, that's the whole thing. That's not going there just yet. Let's find a safe point before we go to a boss room. I hope there's a save point just nearby, but this game can be kind of dodgy when it comes to that. Yeah, I'm gonna ramble less about that. Oh god. Actually, no, I know, there's more stuff I can talk about when it comes to this. Another thing this affects as well... Actually, what I was going to say is just like, the big problem is that, unfortunately, people are kind of being taught these days that men and women are secretly exactly the same. There's no real differences between us. And like I said, that couldn't be further from the fucking truth. Our hormones alone make massive differences between us, even if you took away the physical differences. But another way this is kind of like affects day-to-day life is in dating. No, let's do that. Because men have always had this need to, release their hormones, and not every man, would have the capacity to find a woman to release that at any given time. This is also the reason why prostitution is the world's first job. It's the earliest job. Men had a need. They need to release their hormones. And women have something they could give. They could help them release the hormones. So that became like the first job because of that reason. And over the years, this has affected the dating scene. The what men look for in women, it alters depending on what they're looking for a woman for. In men's subconscious, because we've done this for so long, we've had these hormones, and prostitution has been a thing for so long. Men will subconsciously divide women that they meet into one of 3 groups. One is just not viable; they're just not interested in a relationship with this woman. Secondly is a prostitute, and third is a wife. And all men will do this. All men will subconsciously categorize the women they see into these 3 categories. And that is why these men seem to have like 2 different sets of lists of requirements they have when looking for a woman. Like, there are women they'll sleep with but won't date seriously. There are women they'll date seriously but won't have casual sex with, you know what I mean? It's because they see one as a prostitute and one as a wife. Then there are also men who only look for wives, who have no interest in prostitution at all. Or, I say prostitution, I'm not talking about like actual prostitution, I mean like women who you only use for sex and then leave. Like whores or scrumpets or whatever the fucking slut, whatever fucking word you want to use. They're all offensive, I don't care, it's the same thing in this situation. Chapel of Dissonance. Where the hell could a safe point be? There's one in the bottom right of that room. There are men who have no interest in looking for this whatsoever, which I am myself in a part of. I have no interest in dealing with all the emotional bullshit that comes with with casual sex. I have no interest in that whatsoever. And I know I have no interest in that because I've been in situations where I've had that as an option and it's just never been worth it. And I've just walked away from that kind of that kind of thinking entirely. I mean, every guy in that situation has their reasoning. There are men who, like I said, there are men who have no interest in casual sex, but who are interested in wives, which is who I am. There are men who have no interest in long-term, who have no interest in long-term relationships, but are only interested in casual sex. Think like a Quagmire from Family Guy, that kind of personality. And most men are interested in both, but they will still categorize women as either or. And unfortunately, because women in the modern dating scene don't understand this fact, a lot of women try to present themselves as basically whores. And they find that they get a lot of attention from guys who are looking for a whore, who are looking for casual sex. And the women don't understand that these guys are only looking for casual sex. And they think they are getting a lot of men who they can pick for a husband. They can't. There's also why when they try to like get with these guys, said guys always end up leaving, and women are just like, oh, the men are just scared of commitment. No. You presented yourself as a whore. He's using you for casual sex, and he left. That was the situation. which is why women who tend to like be a bit more conservative with what they're wearing and how they present themselves tend to have way better luck. Women who basically try less to be appealing to men end up having better relationships with men because more men see them as potential wives than as potential partners for casual sex. And like I said, it's a whole fucking thing. It's a whole thing. I am talking like this. I am still half a fucking sleep. But yeah, if more women understood, like, men categorize them like that, you'd find that way more women would probably start trying to present themselves as potential, like, wives rather than potential whores by mistake. But they don't understand that's how men think, so they fuck themselves up over it. Like I said, it's why women who seem to try less when it comes to relationships seem to do better off. And it's not even hard to present yourself as a potential wife. Like, just wear clothes that are cute or innocent looking, or stuff that's like more conservative but pretty. You know, stuff that shows off your interests, that kind of thing. Wear casual clothes, wear work clothes, wear comfy clothes that don't make it look like you're trying at all. All of that makes yourself look more like a wife than as a partner for casual sex. Like, if you want to look like a whore, you have to like try to look like a whore. It's that's kind of how funnily everything's been fucked up. Oh god. Okay. Where am I going with this? I don't even fucking know. I'm just kind of rambling away now. I'm trying to think. Where was gonna go next? I'm having to think. Where am I going? Where am I going in game? Let's go down to the bottom right. Hopefully that's a save room. Okay. Yeah, if more women just understood that some guys are looking for sex, some guys are looking for relationships, and you want to present yourself as a potential partner for a relationship, not just for sex, and you'd have way better luck. It's not even a hard thing to do, but it's something that's easy to do once you understand this basic aspect of how men think. Whatever. Let's go kill a boss, shall we? Can't go up there. But yeah, this is what I get for... I've spent like my entire life studying psychology and figuring things out for myself. Fucking hour just blast past me. There's a lot of stuff over the years which I've figured out, which I've realised that no one else actually has. And it's kind of frustrating when you know this kind of stuff. I know how easy it is to solve just by people knowing things, and yet people don't seem to know that. It's kind of frustrating just watching the world crumble for something that feels like it should be obvious to everyone. What can you do there? Ow. Hey. Hey, that's a curse. Okay, I don't want to curse. Uncurse. Hey! Oh, come on. Ah, okay. That's gonna be annoying to do. I wouldn't be so bad if he didn't curse. Whatever. Alright, how long have we been streaming? I've been streaming for only an hour already. This is probably going to be a short stream because I am quite tired. I'm also hoping to do some cooking later. I'm going to make some jam. Plum jam, actually. I've never made plum jam before, but a neighbour of mine gave me a bunch of homegrown plums. And I've tried one as just is, and it's absolutely delicious. I'm not even a big fan of plums, but that was absolutely fantastic. It's not overly sweet, but it's got a lot of flavour to it. It's got a subtle sweetness to it. It's light. It's very, very tender. It was absolutely delicious, and I look forward to figuring out how to make jam from that. Find like a recipe online or something. Yeah, homemade goods just in general are just generally better for you because of the lack of chemicals, which all these chemicals, they fuck with your hormones, as it were. And so I look forward to doing that. Actually, what do my spell books do? That's an interesting effect. Fucking hell. You just fucking tore through my HP there. Yeah, I made some jam from like wild gooseberries a little while ago as well. My neighbour has just a rogue like gooseberry plant outside the front garden, which they never do anything with, so I stole the berries from that. Don't worry. I gave them a jar of the jam. But that was nice too. I'm also keeping an eye out in the area where I live. There's some black currants growing, and then they're starting to mature as well. I'll do some stuff with that. I do like making jam. I didn't start making jam this year, and it's really fun. It makes great gifts, and it's delicious. Ow. Also, as well, outside my front garden and my neighbour's garden, we both have a wild rose tree. And I say tree, I guess rose. It's not like the roses you're thinking of, the ornamental roses, which are like have loads and loads and loads of like layers of like red petals. It's not like those. It's like flat, pinkish flowers. It's just something that's technically a rose. It's from the rose family. But these are like wilder roses, and rose plants, not the ornamental ones, but basically every other kind. At the base of the flower, when the flower wilts, the base of the flower turns into a fruit called a rose hip. And there's some big plumpy ones in my garden, which I want to learn how to cook with. And I've already taken one and tasted it. It's basically just like a slightly odd tomato. It just tastes like tomato. Like if you like cut open a tomato and scooped out all the seeds and the watery bit, and you just ate like the flesh and skin, it tastes like that. Just a little bit more, a touch more tarty. But it's also like, it's got a shit ton of like vitamins in it because it's a wild plant. It's not most plants that are farmed, they like concentrate certain aspects of it, usually like the carbohydrates and sugars and such. So a lot of wild plants tend to be a lot more concentrated in nutritional. That has a lot more nutrients in it. Like of the rose hip, for example, I think it contains about as much vitamin C as like 30 oranges or something like that. It's like insane how many nutrients are in something like that. So I want to try learn to I want to try cooking some stuff with that. Like you can also apparently like make rosehip syrup that you're supposed to have that you can have like throughout the winter or something, which apparently is really good. I might try something like that. Let's try fire this time. Not as good. Make sure you're on screen while the spell's going. Okay, then the spellbook off because I no longer works. My aim. I'm trying to manipulate his AI, so he's always like. Always trying to do that. Oh. Oh, I just realized, I didn't realize the MP went up on his own. Oh yeah, that was quite a challenging fight actually. Okay, I know I'm not going there. Let's go. Let's go save. That was a good fight. Alright, what's over here then? That's a good spell, that ice one. The fire one's crap, the ice spell's pretty good. Night goals. Just 2 more defense. Honestly, getting rid of like 10 luck for like 2 defense just isn't worth it. Oh fuck, the clock tower, okay. Do I want to go clock tower or do I want to go down from the save room? Let's go down from the save room. I will say this though, going back to the whole woman thing, I was talking about how men like view relationships of women, and it's like one of those things that I don't think many people are consciously aware of. Like, even though we do things like subconsciously, doesn't mean we understand what we're doing consciously. But I will say that even though it's not just that I figured this how this works for like men, I have noticed that women have their equivalents that I know a lot of men haven't figured out as well. I'm still doing some more looking into that, but the way women view relationships is also a bit tricky. It's not quite what's as simple as people make it out to be. Just wanted to mention that, just so it's not just the men. I have been figuring women out as well more. And that's figuring women out is not a fun thing to figure out, that's for sure. Fucking hell. Look at how much damage that thing fucking did. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and say because I don't want to go over there with like 2 fucking health. Yeah, I'm still looking into how women's brains works in this matter. It's a bit more trickier for me, but I'm figuring some stuff out. Like I said, they have their equivalents. It's not just the men thing. I do like that this ice thing is following me around, mind you. It's basically acting as like a familiar with fuel. That's not happening. No. Pass. The other direction. A lot of this stuff as well. I want to like write this all down on like papers and such. I'm still doing my big essay on music theory. The whole thing where I've developed my own methodology for understanding music. And like where I discovered my own like set of families of my own, like, I discovered a new set of modes of music scales. That's the word I'm looking for. So I was like, there's the major minor modes, there's the melodic modes, and there's the harmonic modes. Well, I discovered a 4th one of those, and once I finally finished the write up on that, which I'm mostly done with, I've got like. I got like 3/4 of the main write-up done on the 3rd pass, and I just need to do some like a couple of extra sheets to go with it, and that will be done, which I'm really looking forward to doing. I don't know many people are going to care, but I want to have it done nonetheless. We do what we can to learn about the learn as much as we can, to share as much of that knowledge as possible, even if there aren't many people willing to listen to that knowledge. Hey. Okay. Yeah, seriously, what the hell's all the crap in here draining my health? And such. There's a nice bloody cog though. Oh my god. I have like next to no health. Bag of net, what the hell's that? Equal luck. Woven from thin strips of metal. Yeah, don't lose any luck. No, that's for my hands. I lose 10 luck there. That's 82, 85. Lose stuff there. So that. That would increase my luck, one, and my... Yeah, I think I've been looking at the equipment wrong. Because that's just better, yeah. Plus a chunk of defense. That gives me some more intelligence. Just looking at the arrows. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have paid more attention to that. I could have had a bit more defense this entire time. Spellbook. Not spellbook. Items. Potion. Wonderful. Got some map. I definitely should be taking more advantage of the It's weird how this works. The more powerful ability recharges slowly over time, and the less powerful one that takes up hearts doesn't. That's weird. I didn't get that. Oh, word. Okay. So I take it I want to go all the way to the top right then. What you're going to do by going left and up. I'd rather avoid jumping across spikes. Weird. What's up here then? This is not on the map. Scale armor. Okay. Straight upgrade. I've got like an extra 30 defense from just filling on this armor now. Wait. Onto the slide. Yeah, Hello, fucking Medusa heads. One of my favourite enemies, yay! Hint, what? Secret info? Oh, this is the, that's the furniture. Some spells can be cast multiple times. Thanks. So glad I went on my way to find you. Yay! Oh, and a fucking health refill, nice. Okay. But we're now at 50% of the map. Let's, yeah, I'm assuming that either that or that is a save room. Okay. Like you guys. Where the fuck am I? Something happened here with that call, that's for sure. Is just gonna be a dead room with something on the end? I hope so. Thanks. I do like the boomerang in this game is a lot of fun. Oh, hello. You're buying the wrong way. Interesting. Cool. I don't know why it's blurring the visuals of that. What the fuck was that? Boost the defense. Boost the defense. Was it Guardian Glove? Lose 3 luck, but gain 2. Let's go for that. Guardian Boots lose 10 luck, plus 8 defense there. I think I'll leave it at that, actually. That's nice, though. That was a cool little thing. I like that. I don't know why I blurred the screen like that for the effect, but it was cool to mash up a monster and then get his armor that way. Don't know what's up with this cog though. Okay, so I'm gonna go left, left, and up. Okay, so here's the safe room. That means there's a bit of a trek to the boss room, if that is the boss room at the top then. Doesn't help you get like 6 fucking hits. No, the boss room's right there. So what are we dealing with then? Max Slimer. Okay. Little slimes are a bit of a pain in the ass, but I can already see how he's reducing in size. What if I just... Yay! Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. I was about to say, what if I just leave you for a second and let my thing charge up, but they've taken that into account already. There we go. Hey. There you go, that was a cool little fight. Nothing special there. Yeah, that's fun. Not a challenge though. Oh, fucking harpies. There's 2 rooms here. I'm gonna guess the room at the top might be a teleporter? Maybe? You look fun. Hello, Death. Ah! Death has returned. That's a very different looking portal than the other portals. Mortal. You know of a man by the name of Maxim, do you not? Yes, I do. What about him? I believe that man has discovered objects that hold my lord's powers. You mean Dracula's remains? My lord's fragmented remains? Now it all makes sense. What on earth are you talking about? You have provided me with an answer, so I shall reward you with an explanation. It's simple. This castle is a creation of Maxim's will. What? He's not capable of such a feat. True of the original Maxim, but possession of my lord's remains changes everything. The castle's two spirits now embodies my lord's powers. The castle's two spirits? Two spirits exist now within his body. His original spirit and a wicked spirit born from my lord's remains. What a ridiculous notion. Dude, you're talking to death. Fucking, I take a chance to listen to him. Hear what he has to say, man. He probably knows what he's talking about. He's been around for a fair bit longer. And so, two castles were born to embody the two spirits. Of the two spirits, the wicked one wanted the castles most. Wait a minute, what do you mean by two castles? Ignorant mortal, don't you realize that this castle has two layers? I don't want to have anything more to do with you. Farewell. Wait, are you running from me? This castle, as it is now, is a transcendent one. I must go and aid in its completion. Is there going to be a second castle? Or is it going to be like a mirror flip thing? This is the same place I was, but the aura about it has changed. Now I see. This is what Death meant when he said there were two castles. Castle A plus B. What the fuck? Castle B plus Castle A. So what's the grey? So A means there's nothing at the bottom. Weird. Weird. So there's... A and B is the same amount added together. So does that mean that A and B together is actually like 200% I have to work my way up towards? So I've only explored like basically a quarter of the castle? Weird. Where am I now? I'm in Castle B. Let's go back. Let's go to that little room I haven't been in yet. Wait. No, I can't go for there. Okay, you're... Obtained greenstone. What the fuck is greenstone? Is this a new whip thing? It is. Adds wind attacks made of a whip. What? Adds wind to attacks made with a whip. It's like wind element? Is that what they mean? Well, knockback's not there more. Wait, 24. $64, so that back to where I was, that'll be 32. So my weapon's actually weaker, it's got a different element on it. Feels like this would be better anyway. Well, hopefully the save thing is in the same spot. In this other castle. Assuming its layout's the same. Life max up. That's nice. So green is A. No, green is B. Blue is A. Cyan is A. Is blue and green, which is technically correct. I'm just like observing the map. So is the layout the same in both A and B? And so basically I have to make the entire map cyan. That's interesting. That is interesting. Well, at least for now, I think I'm going to leave it there then. That is quite a strange revelation. So yeah, I think I have to get to like 200% map or something. But from this point, I can stop knocking the table. From this point, I could probably find some stuff that helps me like go back and forth between. Hopefully I can get some better movement items there. And I'm slowly getting to the point where I can now start handling the more difficult enemies. Near the start, like, all of this area still fucking absolutely sucked. I hated all that. But with better stuff, as I'm leveling up more and more, and I'm getting more and more health and better items, it's getting easier and easier to manage. These harpies can fuck themselves though. But yeah, I think I should leave it there then. I've had one of many rambles I've got running through my head. I don't know, maybe I'll cut that out and post it as like his own video or something. I don't know. But until then, regardless, I hope you had a good one anyway. And I'll catch you next time. Ciao for now.